Okay, given that the vertex is 2 and -3, and A is 2. Now I said, write the quadratic equation in standard form. So because they've already mentioned quadratic, so we already know that this is vertex of quadratic equation. So what you have to do first is you first need to write this in vertex form before you can be able to convert it to quadratic, to standard form. And vertex form of quadratic equation is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. So this is vertex form. Vertex form. Then y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And this is standard form of quadratic equation. So what you need to know is that you have to substitute those vertex and value of a into the vertex form before you be able to convert it to standard form. So to do that, we now say vertex, you have y equals, they told us that a equals 2. So this a here equals 2. So you write 2, you now say x minus, what is our h? So this vertex, this is h and this is k, right? So that is the vertex of the quadratic equation. So our h here is what? Is 2. So squared. Then we have plus k, but we have negative there, so it's going to be minus 3. So this is already in vertex form. So how do we now convert it to the standard form? So you say y equals 2, then of course we have to expand because this is 2. We have to expand this binomial. So I can just do that by saying x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. Okay, so we expand it, then minus 3. So now I say y equals 2. We now have, if you expand this will give you x squared minus 2x minus 2x, then plus 4, right? Then minus 3. So I have y, and how did I do that? Just use distributive property. This multiplied by this gives you x squared, and this by this also give you negative 2x. So negative 2x multiplied by x will give you negative 2x. Negative 2x multiplied by negative 2 will give you negative 4. Then we have our negative 3. So this will now give you 2 multiplied by, you can see these two, x squared. So these two, you add them because they are like terms. So you have negative 4x, then plus 4 minus 3. So let's open the bracket. You now have y equals 2 multiplied by x squared will give you 2x squared. 2 multiplied by negative 4x will give you negative 8x. 2 multiplied by plus 4 will give you plus 8. Then minus 3. So y equals 2x squared minus 8x. So plus 8 minus 3 will give you plus 5. So this is the standard form. Okay, standard form of the quadratic equation. That is how to do it. So you can see it is in the term of as squared. This is b, and this is our b, and of course 5 is our constant, and that's how to do it. Hope this helps.